Hey guys. Hey guys, it's hey guys, it's the hardest part. Hey guys, so it's Amanda, and as you can probably tell, I'm coming at you live, not from my dorm, from my room actually. But yeah, I am officially done with my first semester of college at NYU, and I'm back home, so I thought I would just film a little first semester reflection video. I don't know, I watch these sometimes and they're just interesting and cool way to like reflect on life and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about my experience at NYU. So I'll start with academics. Academics were pretty, like, not terrible, honestly. I think at times the academic part was time consuming, but it was never like too difficult for me, at least. So as a film major in Tisch, it's standard to take 5 classes. So I took storytelling strategies, which is a script writing class. I took performance strategies, which is an acting directing class, and I took sound image, which is a sound production class. We just like learn about how to do sound, like use Pro Tools, stuff like that. And I took writing the essay, the Tisch version, because writing the essay is just a class everyone in NYU has to take. It's just like an expository writing class. And then for my gen ed, I took microeconomics. And out of all those classes, the only class I chose for myself was microeconomics, because the rest of them I just have to take for my major. So yeah, I thought the classes I took were, like, for the most part pretty interesting, which is definitely a difference in high school. Like in high school, oh my gosh, some of these classes were so boring. But here, honestly, for the most part, I felt pretty interested in most of my classes. There was like boring moments, but in general, like, they were pretty interesting to me. Especially microeconomics. I liked learning about that a lot. So yeah, but academically, I didn't get back all my final grades yet, but I honestly do not think I'll get lower than an A-. So hopefully that's true. Now to the social part, which is a huge part of college. Like, honestly, coming into NYU, I was more concerned about social life than like academics. Not that I have my priorities out of order, but literally just because I think that is a more difficult like hurdle and adjustment for me than like academics would be, which was like kind of true. But so yeah, coming into NYU, that was something I was very concerned about. And the first week was not it. The first week was welcome week, and we didn't have any classes or responsibilities. They just had a week of really cool and fun events, which the events were really cool and fun, to be quite honest. But even though I was doing some cool and fun things that week, I still felt like, for the most part, pretty like alone. You know, when you're like surrounded by a lot of people and you still feel alone. That's kind of like how I felt that first week, especially. I just really hadn't felt like I made like any like real connections with people, and I literally on the first day I was like, oh my gosh, like, how do people already have like friends and friend groups, and I'm just like what's going on? But yeah, that was rough. Yeah.
Ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
The first week was probably one of the worst weeks for me, like socially, because I just felt like very like not really in tune with the rest of the campus and how much like fun everyone else was having. I did have like fun moments, but like in general it was just very like not a great time for me. Unfortunately, honestly, I will say after that week things got better. I feel like I met more people, made like more meaningful connections with people that I can like now call my friends to this day. I still feel like I don't necessarily have like a typical friend group that I do like literally everything with, like how things were like in high school, but I definitely feel like I have made really good connections with like people, like my friends from church. Love those guys, great people, and I've also made other friends here and there, which has been really great. I've met like really cool people. That's also, I feel like, a really cool thing about coming to NYU is that people are like literally from all over. I just think it's so cool that I've met people from like all different states and walks of life and stuff. So that's a pretty exciting thing in my opinion. And also another thing about social life, I found that sometimes I even had like less time for social life when school started to kick in, like classes and academics and homework, all that stuff started to kick in. So yeah, that definitely like ate up more of my time than feeling lonely. So yeah, there's a positive. Something I really do love about NYU, and is honestly, I feel like the main reason why like so many people come here and want to come here, is because you get to live in New York City. The location of NYU is like really great. There's a lot of stuff to do, restaurants, parks, museums, whatever you want. Definitely there is partying, but it's like not an overarching like culture, maybe as opposed to maybe like a school, like a typical like maybe state school with like a very heavy Greek life. It's definitely not like that, and you can like participate in that type of stuff if you want to, but if you don't, it's really not a big deal. And there's like a lot of other options of things to do, which is another great thing about living in New York City. So I'm definitely not someone who really parties and goes out, but you know, it's available if you want it. So honestly, just gonna wrap this up now. Coming into NYU, I'll say this: I like NYU. I like the experience more than I thought I would coming into it. So I guess that's pretty positive. And if I had to rate it on the scale from like 0 to 10, I'd probably give it like a 7. So I just want to make it clear that it's not all like sunshine and rainbows and like New York City, like yeah, like, you know, it's not always like that. And I just want to be very honest and candid, and if you guys have any more questions about NYU or the college experience or whatever in general, definitely leave them below. I might maybe want to do a Q&A if I get like enough questions. Also, just tell me any more video requests you guys have, because I'm gonna have like a lot more free time for this break. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you in my next video.